Hello dear students, welcome back in English grammar class. I'm your teacher Miss Hefsa. As you know that in our previous lecture we have discussed nouns with their different types. Let's first have a look at the previous lecture. We have discussed different types of nouns, in which the first one was common nouns. These are the names given to common people or common things. Then we discussed proper nouns. These are the names given to specific persons or specific things. Then concrete nouns were the nouns which we can perceive through our five senses, which we can see, touch, hear, smell or taste. Then we have abstract nouns which we cannot perceive through our five senses, which we can only feel. Collective nouns are the nouns which are the names given to a group of people or things. Countable nouns are nouns which can be counted, and uncountable nouns are nouns which we cannot count, and it has no plural form. Our today's topic is also related to nouns, but here we will discuss gender of nouns. First, let's discuss what is gender of nouns. The gender of nouns tells us if they are masculine or feminine. As you know that in this world different people are different living things. We can say all living things have two genders. One is masculine and the other is feminine, and they are living in pair. So we have separate names for both the gender. Let's discuss it one by one, and then it would be more clear to you people. The first one is masculine. Nouns that refer to males are masculine. Like an example, as you can see, man, father, ox, king, actor. These are all the names which are given to males. So this gender would be called masculine gender in nouns. Another gender is feminine. Nouns that refer to females are feminine. And these nouns are given to different people who are females. Like look at the examples: woman, mother, cow, queen, actress. These are all names given to different females. So this is called feminine gender in nouns. Except those two genders, there are certain names which are given to both male and female. Like we didn't know whether it is used for male or whether it is used for female. Like you can see it in examples: student, teacher, doctor, cousin, surgeon. So these are the nouns that can be male or female, and it is called common gender because they are used commonly for both male and female. Like if we just say student, we didn't know whether the student is male or female. Teacher, we didn't know that whether it is a female teacher or a male teacher. Same is the case with doctor. We didn't know that whether the doctor is female or male. For both we use the same word. Similarly, cousin, whether it is our female cousin or our male cousin, we just simply call them cousin. Similarly, the word surgeon is also a common gender. Then we have another: nouns are neuter if they describe lifeless objects. You know this word is full of different non-living things as well. So all those non-living things can be called neuter. Like look at the example: stone, water, handbag, phone, chair. They have no masculine and feminine in them. So they are just the common words used for them. So it is called neuter gender. That was all about genders. Now here the word singular mean that a noun can be singular or plural. A singular noun refers to only one person, place or thing. Like we call a singular noun as a word which is used for one person, one place or one thing. Like look at the examples: boy, school, bag, table, book. So it is called singular nouns. We have also certain plural nouns. A plural noun refers to more than one person, place or thing. It is used for a collection of people, person, place or things. Like you can see it in examples: boys, schools, bags, tables, books. These are all plural names which are given to more than one thing, person or people. Also, we have one other type of noun, that is compound nouns. Compound nouns consist of more than a single word. When we write such type of nouns, so they consist of more than a single word. Like up till now, whatever we have discussed in all examples, the nouns were just of single words. But here we would discuss that compound nouns consist of more than a single word. They are further classified into three groups: hyphenated words, separated words, and combined words. Let's discuss it separately. Hyphenated words are words that have hyphen in them. Like you can see it an example: self-rule, 33, man at arms, sister-in-law, etc. These are the nouns which consist of more than a single word, and they have a hyphen in between them. So these are called hyphenated words. Similarly, we have separated words. These words are written separated. Like you can see, it usually consists of two or more than two nouns: coffee table, social security, high school, dining room. These are all separated words. They are written separated, but these are just nouns. Also, we have certain nouns which are written combined, but they are consist of more than one word. Like look at the example: school teacher, school teacher. These are two separate nouns, but we are writing it combined and we mean it's something else, like a school teacher. Bookshelf, bookshelf is a name given to a separate thing in which we keep our books, but here they have combined two words, bookshelf, and they are written combined and they have no hyphen or no space in them. Similarly, landlord, headmaster, these are all combined words, and it is called compound nouns. These were all the three types of compound nouns. Hope this lecture would be clear to you people. Now here I have a page for you as a homework page. Look at the question: underline different nouns in these sentences and divide them into masculine, feminine, common, or neuter gender. You have to take a rough page with a pencil and you have to write this question, and you have to write it answer as well. Like look at the sentences: my sister lost her handbag last week. You have to underline nouns in this sentence and you have to mark it masculine, feminine, common, or neuter. My uncle has an appointment with the doctor. The king's son is a prince. My cousin lives near us. The woman and her husband had a meeting. So must do your homework. We would discuss it in our next lecture. I hope this lecture would be clear to you. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.